I was sitting next to a couple, a guy and a girl, 2 people. They ordered 2 large pizzas, and they finished them. 2 people, they ordered 2 large pizzas. They finished all but a slice, okay? You ever sit next to people that are having a conversation, and you're listening, and what they're talking about, the words coming out of their mouth are so ridiculous that you feel in your heart that you have to butt in on behalf of society. At the end of this meal, the woman turned to her husband. She said, "Hun, don't even get the car. We'll walk it off." I was like, walk it off? I hope you live in Kalamazoo because crunching some numbers carry the 2. You need to get going. You 2 need to leave now. Walk it off. I suggest a sensible shoe and a canteen. You have so far to walk. Walk it off. She's talking about it like it was a Charlie horse. I just watched you 2 eat 15 slices. A serving is 1.
We were walking towards an Asian family. There were 7 of them. None of them were higher than my chest. Now, does that mean I think all Asian people are short? No, of course not. I know Asian people are taller than me. I'm just telling you these are the facts of this particular story. So the grandparents passed us, and then the parents passed us, and then the children passed us. And my son slowed down, and he looked at me, and he goes, "Do you think Godzilla was just a normal-sized lizard?" And my daughter said, "Isn't that racist?" And I said, "We will figure that out when I'm done laughing. Because sometimes you just gotta let her buck."
I paid money in university to take a class in Greek mythology, and it has not helped me at all in adult life. All it's done is made me really confused about the Honda Odyssey. Because that's been a very popular minivan now for like many decades. And if you know Greek mythology, you know that the Odyssey was a trip that did not go well. Kind of why it's famous. Like the Odyssey is a myth about 600 warriors who were trying to make it home. Then after 10 years, only one of them survived. And Honda was like, that's what we want to use to name our van for transporting children. The trip with a 99.8% fatality rate. That's the one for us. Like, it would be more reassuring if they called it the Honda Hindenburg / Titanic. Designed by Boeing. That would be a more reassuring. If we're gonna have the Honda Odyssey, we should also have the Oedipus Center for Family Therapy. That's another business I want to start. The Oedipus Center, bringing families really close together.
I live in a really hipster neighborhood. It's worked out for me, though. Hipsters are making all my clothes popular. One day I walked outside and Carhartt was a mainstream brand. No, that's insane, y'all. You don't understand that. Where I'm from, that's all we wore, my whole life. And growing up wearing Carhartt, I never put on overalls and thought, hell, the women are in trouble today, No, I'm finna show up and show out, No, I look like I was there to change their oil, And I mean, Carhartt used to be a brand where you could tell a lot about somebody. 5 or 6 years ago, if somebody was wearing Carhartt, you knew that they struggled with math, ate a lot of deer meat, I mean, you could tell. You'd see him coming. You go, this guy's going to want to talk about college football for sure. And now it's changed. You got people getting out of Teslas that look like Huckleberry Finn, man. How does that even happen? People working remotely looking like chicken farmers. It's mind-blowing.
So this happened to me. I was driving by my middle school, and this was a memory from 6th grade where my 6th grade teacher, she was our Spanish teacher, and she would make the white kids change their first names to Hispanic names. What was that? Doesn't help you learn. It's like, okay, so I'm a Jose now? I don't understand. I'm going through puberty. I have enough of an identity crisis as it is. But my best friend Jeff, he didn't play ball. On his name tag, he wrote Mr. Goodbar. Like the candy bar. And here's the memory. My teacher sees it, and she lost her mind, and she goes, "You can't call yourself Mr. Goodbar!" And he goes, "Why not?" And she goes, "Because Mr. Goodbar is a porn star!" And I'm like, there's no way I'm remembering that correctly. So I looked it up. And it turns out Mr. Goodbar was a very famous porn star in the 80s. But we didn't know that. Because we were 11 years old. Senorita Pregunta. If I may, one pregunta. Como se dice too horny to teach? How do you say that?
I hate moving. I hate moving. I don't know if anybody's moved recently. It sucks to move. I have a weird thing I realized this last move. I don't know how to properly dispose of a crucifix. Is this anything? I don't know what to do. How many of you were raised Catholic? Who was raised Catholic? And who's not anymore? What'd you do with all your old Jesuses? I don't know what to do with these Jesus. I have a Timberland work boot shoebox with 9 Jesuses. I have a baseball team of Jesuses that I've accumulated over the years in a box in the back of my closet, and every time I move, I'm like, the Jesuses. I don't know what to do with them. I want to leave them in the next place I move from. So the people that move in are like, did a vampire hunter live here? Is this Van Helsing's old place? I don't know what to do with them. One guy told me throw them out. And I'm like, no, I'm not throwing out 9 Jesuses. I'm not religious, but I totally believe in bad luck. You know what I mean? If I throw out 9 Jesuses, when I die, he's gonna be the real one. Like, there's no way. Ain't gonna be Buddha or nothing. I'm gonna get up there, he's gonna be like, no room at the inn, dude. You threw out 9 of me. I want to carry him around with me, and like when a lady's bugging out at a coffee shop because there's too much like oat milk in her latte or whatever, just want to slide a Jesus to her. Like, looks like you need him more than I do right now, man. Just back my way out of there. If it was a Buddha, it's easy. You put it on the curb and a divorced white woman will build a yoga studio around it, you know? But nobody wants a jaybird.
Just got a text from a friend of mine today. One of my best friends back in LA. He's going to propose to his girlfriend next weekend. So I got about 6 days to stop that. She sucks. I can't stand this lady. They've only been together a year and he's already going to marry her. Smart. This is the kind of girl she is. It was a year ago. He brought her around. It was my friend's new girlfriend. I'm trying to make her feel welcome. You know, it's the first night we ever met. I'm trying to talk to her. Somehow we started talking about Europe. And somewhere in that conversation, I mentioned I'd never been to Europe. And when I said I'd never been to Europe, you would have thought that I got up, kicked her in the chest, and ran out of the bar. She was so mad that I'd never been to Europe. She like made us sing. She's like, "You've never been to Europe. You've never been to Europe. How have you never been to Europe? Are you serious that you've never? Are you being serious with me right now that you have never been to Europe? Luke, did you know that Brandon has never been to Europe? How old are you? How have you never been to Europe? How have you made it this far in your life? And you look, lady, it's easy. It's the easiest thing I've ever done. I just didn't go. I didn't even know I was doing it until we had this conversation. Watch this. Not going.
So I've been living, like I said, I was born in Venezuela, but I've been living in the U.S. since I was 12. I moved here when I was to the Maryland when I was 12. I grew up in the East Coast. So I've been living most of my life, but I still feel like I have like this third world country DNA in me. And by that, I mean that when you come from a third world country, you're resourceful, like you solve problems quick, because shit doesn't work in a third world country. So you gotta find solutions. You just don't give up in life. For example, like if there's no hot water, heat it up. There's no manager you can call. And somebody's always gonna help you in a third world country, and they're always gonna say something like, "Let's see what I can do." Like that's the phrase, and that's everywhere because the other day I was at this bar, and the bartender was Cuban, and my girlfriend wanted a Diet Coke. So I go and talk to the bartender in Spanish. I was like, "Hey, bro, can I get a Diet Coke?" And the bartender realized that I was from Venezuela, so he's like, "Hey, bro, so we don't have Diet Coke, but what I can do is that I can give you some regular Coke and put some water on it." And I was like, like, all right. But that was the mindset, you see? Like he just didn't go like, "We don't have it." He's like, "No, we're gonna come up with a solution here. We're gonna solve this problem." Which, by the way, I would love to see this guy as a doctor, just doing the same thing, right? Right, back in Cuba, it's like, so welcome. So you need a blood transfusion. So your blood type is A positive. We don't have that. But what I can do is that I can give you some A negative and then add some B negative. Because 2 negatives make a positive, papi.
My wife and I, we like to cook together, and that's pretty fun. Sometimes we'll do those subscription services that help you cook. You know, HelloFresh? Yeah, if you don't know what that is, that's one of those subscription services where they send you in a box everything that you need to make dinner and all of the ingredients to have an enormous fight. Just right there in the box. They got a tiny kitchen that's hot, just lots of chopping, tarragon, do you even love me anymore? All that, right in the box, right in there. And then they want you to rate it. They're like, "What'd you think of HelloFresh?" "Yep, eating in silence was a wonderful change." Thanks a lot, HelloFresh. Someone got us an Instant Pot for our wedding registry. I hate this thing. I hate the Instant Pot. People are very into the Instant Pot, and I gotta tell you, it is not instant, and it is not a pot. It is a pressure cooker, and it is a crock of lies. That's what it is. It is not a miracle worker. People are like, no, it makes rice in 5 minutes. It takes 20 minutes to get hot, so what are we doing here? No, Ryan, it replaces your yogurt maker. I'm sorry, what did you just say to me? It replaces my what? Also, what a way to find out yogurt just doesn't happen naturally in the earth. I thought it was like a cranberry bog, like you got the cranberry, you got the yogurt spring. That's how we do it. Put it in the cup. Put it in the cup. No, the Instant Pot's awesome, dude. It's awesome. Dude, cooks 15 eggs in 6 minutes. Yeah, they don't even sell them in that quantity. So what do we... I hate it. Every time we use it, we got to release the pressure, and it just sprays hot water and mist all over my house. My kitchen is the size of this stage. It's just spraying mist everywhere. It's like walking through a jungle. My dog's hair's puffed up. But oh joy, there's yogurt.
I eat a lot when I'm stressed. Oh my God, you should see what I eat. It is such junk. I love sugar, cookies, cake, ice cream. If I were to come over to your house and you brought out a platter of warm, homemade chocolate chip cookies, which I would expect, I would eat every single one of those cookies with no embarrassment. Even online, when they go, "Accept cookies?" Yeah, I accept cookies. And I accept milk. My wife looked at me the other day. She goes, "Those pants are looking a little tight on you, those jeans." I said, "Yeah, because you got the heat up too high in the dryer." She goes, "No, I think you got the stack of cookies up too high on your plate." Yeah, I mean, it's salt. I love salt too. Popcorn. Who doesn't like popcorn? You ever been eating popcorn at somebody's house and start wondering if their popcorn bowl was also their throw-up bowl? Because it is our house. Bagels, I like bagels. I like to order the everything bagel and then ask the server to put the everything on the side. Because I may not want all of the everything, I may want some of the everything. Alcohol, not so much for me. A couple glasses of wine once in a while, but not so much. My friend Steve had a big problem with drinking. Oh my God, Steve, he really hit rock bottom and we were really concerned and we loved him. So we decided that we would do an intervention. And I have never been part of an intervention on this side before. You know what I'm saying? And the night we were gonna go over there, we were all so nervous, we started having a few drinks. You know what I mean? And then a few more after that. And by the time I got to his house, I was so wasted. He was my designated driver to get me home. But the intervention did take place about a month later, but it was for me this time. Do you know what the most stressful job in the world is? Air traffic controller. But not if you don't take it seriously. I grind my teeth at night now. I grind my teeth. Any teeth grinders here? I could hear them. I could hear your teeth grinding. I gotta wear a night guard at night and a retainer on the bottom. Sexy. And get this, 6 months ago I found out I have sleep apnea. So now I gotta wear this full face mask with a hose pumping air in and out on top of the night guard and the retainer and probably a few cookies in there.
I like the Zodiacs, but I think some of them, they sound quite offensive in the Western context. Like, I remember when my dad was introducing, like, our family to other people, and he'd tell other people our Zodiacs, it sounds so rude. He'd be like, my wife's a pig. My daughter's a dog, and my son's a rat, you know? Anyway, they're all born in the year of the horse, so... It was meant to be a good year, the year of the tiger. It was meant to be a hot one. It was not off to a good start for me. Off to a terrible start, actually. First day of the year of the tiger, I walked back into my house and I caught my housemate washing her dog with my shampoo. I couldn't believe it. It was this relaxing chamomile stuff. It was good stuff. It was expensive. Like, it's the best one at the 7-Eleven, and... on the side of the label, it was like, vegan, organic, no animal testing. I had to call them up. I'm like, it's been tested. He really likes it, you know? He used so much of the shampoo, this guy, you know? I don't know if you know this, but dogs, they got a lot of hair. If you don't believe me, think about this. They got bodies. They don't use body wash. It's all shampoo, you know? You'd be wasting your time making a body wash for dogs. They only service this section. You know how they got that shaved bit? Some of you don't know about dog anatomy, but
People out here are different. Y'all like to go hiking? I think that's the dumbest hobby ever. I've tried to get into it. I just can't. You act like it's gonna make my day better, and then I end up in the woods with the same going on, you know? And now I don't have a signal, so that feels good. It feels good. I don't know. I just feel like hiking's for the nerdier group, you know? The people that take going on walks too serious. You know? These boots were tested on Jupiter by NASA. They're made out of recycled Pepsi cans. I'm like, man, save some sex for us, Andrew, you know? Jeez. You're a dog, my boy, out here with cargo shorts on, my boy. Put another sticker on the Nalgene bottle, you know what I mean? I don't know. I've been on a hike or two. I mean, they tricked me into it. They came out with a dill pickle trail mix. That got me. If y'all know anything, listen, country folks, we love dill pickle. Now, it doesn't matter if you see anything that's been made dill pickle flavor, they are going after us, okay? They are marketing for people who speak like they got peanut butter in their mouth, all right? That's why I tell everybody, if the government was smarter, they'd have made the vaccine dill pickle. Alabama would have done a lot better. I know a bunch of good old boys that have been, I'll take a pickle shot. I'll take a pickle shot. Man, y'all like that more than they did. I gotta be honest. I did that in Birmingham. They were like, I think he's talking about us. Oh, no, you know. But again, I'm from a chubby state, and I got away on foot, no problem, you know. I can outrun a rascal. Some of y'all got that, the scooter. I don't know.
One thing I don't like is a baby on an airplane. I mean, seriously, on my flight here, there was a baby on board that I wanted to murder. Never got the chance, though, because it was sleeping quietly the entire time on the opposite side of the plane.
But to be honest, guys, with what's going on today, I just kind of do whatever fits my own narrative. Like, I have a white friend who goes, standardized testing is racist. And I actually agree with that because I do not do well on my SATs. So I go, yeah, I agree. He goes, it doesn't apply to you, Mike, because you're a straight white. I go, it does apply to me. If the test is racist and I'm not a racist, I'm not going to do well on it. I go, what did you get on the SATs? He goes, 1580. I missed one question. I go, good job, Hitler. Now I'd like to talk about God. I am Catholic. Anybody? Well, for the rest of you guys who are going to hell, when you're Catholic, what you do is you go to church, you light a candle, and you say a prayer. But I'm a very competitive Catholic, so before I light my candle, I blow everybody else's candle out. Because I don't want God getting confused between the nonsense prayers and the ones that are very important. I think even if you're an atheist, you have to admire Jesus as a historical figure. You know, I think he was great, and I don't think he deserved his death, you know? All he did was, cure leprosy, wash people's feet, and just, multiply loaves of bread and turn water into wine. I mean, the guy was a walking after party, basically. And he did not deserve his death, you know? And you know who else didn't deserve their deaths? The guys who were crucified next to Jesus. They were criminals. They were horse thieves. I'm not going to stand up here and tell you guys that stealing a horse is the right thing to do. It's not. But it's not crucifixion wrong. Even for Roman times, that's a bit harsh. That's why in the Bible, there's so many letters to the Romans. People were writing in, dear Romans, how about you stop crucifying people for class 3 misdemeanors? You ever hear of community service, Romans? Or house arrest? Now the story goes, there's a bitter horse thief and a contrite horse thief, and we're all supposed to be like the contrite horse thief and ask for forgiveness. But I actually understand the bitter horse thief. The bitter horse thief had a lot to be bitter about because he's being crucified with Jesus, who has a huge following, even at that time, you know? So Jesus got all the headlines, and Jesus got all the merch. Let's face it. I've never been wearing a cross and had someone come up to me and go, which guy was that? Was that the horse thief? Now, miss, have you been to Israel? Not yet. Well, I went over there before the dark times. Did I learn Hebrew? No, I didn't. But I looked at it a lot. And the language of Hebrew just looks like somebody is repeatedly trying to draw a footstool over and over again. It just looked like footstool, half a footstool, one leg of a footstool flipped over, footstool flipped over, footstool, one leg of a footstool, flipped over footstool, half a footstool, one leg of a footstool, footstool, half a footstool. I just wish you guys a happy Easter. In Hebrew, I just wish you guys a happy Easter. I think Jesus had a bad lawyer. Because it was after his trial, and he's waiting for the verdict, and his lawyer comes back and goes, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Which would you like first? And Jesus goes, I'm about the good news, so give me the good news. And the lawyer goes, they've decided on crucifixion. And Jesus goes, that's the good news? What's the bad news? The lawyer goes, the bad news is the Romans have a union, and the union has a contract with the state to perform the crucifixion. But they do not have a contract with the state to carry the cross to the crucifixion site. Jesus goes, why are you telling me this? The lawyer goes, they want to pay you a non-union wage to carry the cross, Jesus goes to the lawyer, he goes, who are these people that are doing this to me? And the lawyer goes, they're the Romans, but later they will become Italians. And if it matters, in the future, they're going to be way into you. They're really super into your birthday. And they're gonna put nativity scenes with your whole family on their front lawn. And if anybody messes with them, they'll flip out and it'll make the newspaper. And Jesus goes, Italians, huh? Well, how about this? Everybody in their ethnicity, all the men in their ethnicity have hair on their back for the rest of eternity. All their women have mustaches. All their kids live with their parents until they're 40. And when they do move out, they move next door. How's that? Is that fun? Tell them it's from the King of the Jews.
Didn't realize just how culturally Italian I was, being from Staten Island, until I moved to California and I met actual white people. From places like Utah and whatever the Wyoming is. It was the first time in my life I saw a group of people and I was like, am I white?
Any Chinese people in the crowd? Any Chinese? 中国人吗？你们是中国人吗？你是中国人吗？
I'm from Australia, mate.
Oh, you're from Australia, okay. 我说中文你会听得懂吗？
一点点。
一点点，哇，挺好。那我跟你说中文，你就跟我说中文，没关系。你父母是哪里的？
中国人。
哦，中国人，中国哪里？
上海。
哦，上海，哇，挺好，哇。
谢谢。
Don't worry, they get uncomfortable. The crowd get uncomfortable because I'm prepared for the future and they are not, so it's difficult. Also, can you please verify that I was actually speaking Chinese? Because I know some people are like, oh my God, I saw the most racist thing yesterday. This white guy was on stage, he was like, any Chinese people? And then he chung-chung-ching this guy at the second table. I was like, fuck, cancel this guy already. Like, oh my God. Cancel him, seriously.
Yeah, it is. It's, it's weird having a food allergy because, people on, weird diets all try to recruit you. When they find out, they're like my brother was a vegan for a while. He's like, dude, you got to go plant-based. He almost had me. I do like the idea of not hurting animals. I was like, that is pretty compelling. But I have a problem where I always see both sides of things. So I also kind of dig the idea of killing a creature and absorbing its powers by eating its flesh. So now I have to go to Whole Foods. If you have a food allergy, you have to go to Whole Foods. They have all the stuff you need. It's annoying because it's all so expensive. The food there is just ridiculous. And it's also like a culture shock to go from a normal Philadelphia grocery store to Whole Foods. So you go to Whole Foods, everyone's all like, ah, they're all peppy and like, well, hey, what's up, man? I'm used to regular cashiers at an Acme. Just ladies just fucking slumped and defeated, dude. Just a grandmom with 2 big wrist guards on their arms, slugging a deer park, like, ugh. Just wiping tears off the belt. That's what I'm talking about. You go into Whole Foods, they pick up every item. They're like, oh, what's this? I never had this before. It's like, of course you haven't. You're a cashier. You can't afford this shit. Get the fuck in the bag. Everything there is expensive, dude. Everything at Whole Foods is super expensive. And the reason why, it's kind of a weird reason. Like, every product at Whole Foods is designed to make you feel like you're a good person. Like, everything. You pick up a bag of sugar, it's like 2% of the proceeds of the sugar go towards some kid in a fucked up country. The kid is so sad. He's having such a bad life, and his mom's mean to him, too. And if you buy the sugar, we'll give him some shoes, maybe. And you're like, oh, that's nice. I get all invested. I'm like, my boy's out there. And you fill your cart with all this stuff. You're like, dude, I am a good guy. And then you go check out and you see the sales tax. And you're like, that goes towards bombs for that same kid. Dang it. Shoot. It does. But then I bright-sided. I'm like, yeah, maybe we'll get the shoes first. That'd be nice, you know? Like, pilot flies away from decimating a village. Like, you see the moccasins on that kid? Holy shit. It's nice to know there's good people in the world doing important work.
Now, we just celebrated Juneteenth. It's a national holiday. It's on the calendar now, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful situation. Now, if you don't know what it means it's the emancipation of the last black American slaves. Yeah. But one IKEA store, they wanted to celebrate too. This is a true story. Look it up when you leave. On Juneteenth, they served chicken and watermelon. I was just like y'all. I was mad. I got offended, you know? Because when I got there, they were out of watermelon. I was like, this is
No matter what happens to Armenians, it doesn't get on the news. You tune into CNN and they're like, the Armenians, we've heard the word, we don't know what they are. Armenians are out there, I guess. If you want to find out more, we suggest you go to tune into the BBC, they'll know. Turn on the BBC, they're not much better. They're like, the Armenians. What really are the Armenians? Armenia, a faraway land, beyond the boundaries of human empathy. Do they truly deserve human rights? To answer this question, we'll be joined this hour by 2 experts. One of them, a sitting cabinet member in the government of Turkey, and the other, an executive at a petroleum corporation.
Representation for Indian people in this country was so bad back then that you know that film Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, right? Yeah. When that film came out, it was called Revolutionary. It's a weed movie. But Indian people were so desperate, we went to that in droves like it was our Black Panther. We just kept going multiple times. We went to White Castle after the movie. Oh, it's part of the movement. What movement? Bowel movement? What are you talking about? What are we doing right now? Oh, they see us as human beings. We can talk for ourselves. So sad. How is that revolutionary? It's a weed movie. Oh, oh, God, Indian people smoke weed. They're just like us. Can you believe it? Indian people smoke weed. They're just like, of course we smoke weed. We invented weed. Ganja, sativa, we invented that. But it's obvious. Come on, elephant god, monkey god, 8 arms. It takes a certain kind of mind.
There should be maybe a soft holiday around now. At least something in the calendar that tells people specifically, stop saying Happy New Year. I think that goes on for a little. Thank you for agreeing. I don't know when the date should be. Some people, They discuss it. I don't know. I don't like it on January 1st. It could be midnight. People be like, Happy New Year. I'm like, chill out. Nothing happened yet. It's like, you about to jinx us. We about to have a terrible year because you can't shut up. That's kind of selfish. Technically, on paper, we've had some good ones. I don't know if there's anybody paying attention. Last year was our Jordan year. Yeah, just figured that out, right? That sucks. It's all good. This one's a good one. Can anybody guess what this year is? Kobe, that's right. Can you guess what next year is? It's the year Leonardo DiCaprio leaves us. So, prepare yourself now. Aren't you glad I said something? You would have been blindsided in a year. You don't deserve that. Now you can look back and be like, oh, yeah, that comedian did say something. Super funny, very professional. Not even that high. Last year was fine, I guess. I learned a few things. What's one thing? Oh, I learned that LL Bean is a clothing store. This whole time I thought it was a coffee shop. I don't even drink coffee, so I never walked in to fact check. I just kind of lived in this lie, just oblivious, in a bubble. I was even arrogant about it. I've even seen people with like LL Bean on their shirt. I just thought it was merch. I was like, they must really love those coffee grounds. I was like, I cannot relate. Was supposed to go to the movies this past weekend, got kicked out the group chat. It happens, it's a pretty normal occurrence. I told them I was gonna bring a neck pillow, and I think that was just too much for them to wrap their mind around. They live it in the past. I guess it's fine. You see somebody at the airport, neck pillow, you're like, yeah, this makes sense, but you see me at the movie theater, trying to get down your aisle with like popcorn, what's the thought that comes to your head? Like, oh, snap, this dude's living in 2040. How do I become a genius like that? Obviously, this guy prioritizes comfort, which I do, that is right. Like, I just won a back scratcher in a trivia game. Thought it was a pretty mid gift and I used it, changed my life. I like scratched my own back. I was like, oh, I don't need a girlfriend. I could just do this by myself. Just supported me. I'm like, you got this. I'm overusing the back scratch. I'm using it in places I can reach. I'm in the front, just scratching away. Thinking to myself, why are we limiting this? Why are we calling it a back scratcher? It could just be a scratcher. That's real oppressive. Let your imagination go. Use it on a lottery ticket. Do whatever you want. Reinvent things. What else did we learn? Oh, I learned that July 1st is Canada Day last year. Same response I had. That's fine. That was honest. Don't be upset with yourself.
I feared thermometers. I feared moths. Thunder. Thunder debilitated me as a kid, okay? My mom, when we had a bad storm, my mom used to have to talk me down from the thunder. And she used to say, honey, don't worry about the thunder. That's just God. Bowling. You've heard that? Yeah, you've heard that? Why are you applauding that? Why would you applaud that? That's a lie right there. Why do we do that to children? Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth about thunder. The truth isn't bad. There's no need for a cover-up. Just, it's a cold front meets a warm front, boom, boom, you got some thunder there. You tell me, you fill my head up with fables? You fill my head up with fables. You tell me it's God bowling. I took that information to school. I walked into school that day like a confident meteorologist. So I was like, you guys are scared of this? That's just God and his good time pals. telling you, calm down. That's just Jesus engaging in light recreation.
It's a sensitive time in this world. You know, a lot of people getting canceled. It's, you know, unless you've lived a perfect life, brace yourself. It's tough. Like, even like sometimes, you know, get people that finally nitpick about something and they'll get him in trouble. Like, honestly, I think if he was around right now, I think even Jesus would get canceled. If he was performing like all the same miracles, people would find something to, like, right now, if Jesus cured a blind man, I bet half of the internet would praise him and be like, oh, it's amazing. What a miracle. Thank you, Jesus. The other half of the internet would be like, why didn't he cure a blind woman? Jesus is sexist. Men have had vision for long enough.
I long for the days of right before smartphones. I feel like that was the peak fun cell phone era, right? 2006, 2007. They were trying to get smart. There were all these weird new phones that came out all the time. They had like a keyboard that slid out of the side. They were all made of plastic. They had little doors in them. A lot of them had an antenna you could pull up for some reason. Like, time for a big call. Why? Just make it work all the time. Did that ever save a call? Was it like, I'm losing you, hold on. Oh, nope, got you back, yeah. No, I had an extra 2.5 inches of antenna in the chamber. Crystal clear now. But then the iPhone hit, 2008, right? Changed everything. They brought it, they were like, look at this. They came to the mall, they had little kiosks. They're like, this is the phone of the future. It's made out of glass. You know that stuff that breaks? Yeah, we made the whole phone out of that. So anyway you drop it, smash. Can you make it not break? No. But when you buy it, we will also sell you a little suit of armor for it that makes it too big to fit in any pants. But the big piece of tech that they were so excited about was like, this is what makes it the greatest phone. Is you can hold it like this, and it's a phone. You can turn it sideways, and you can watch a video. And it knows when you turn it, and it turns on its own. And we were all like, wow. Flash forward to today, anytime my phone turns, I am furious. I'm like, why is it turning? Stop turning. I'm in bed. You should know I'm in bed. You know everything about me, phone. The first thing they had to do on the next iPhone they released was make it so you could turn off turning. They're like, we're sorry about all the turning. You can turn turning off now. Turning's turned off. There's a thing, you slide down, no turning. Turning's off. But then you have to remember turning's turned off, because sometimes you try to turn it, you're like, hang on, I turned turning on. Then you gotta slide it down, turning on, and then turn it till it knows it's turned. You'd think there'd just be a button to turn it, but no, that's not how it works. You open up the turning, then turn it till it's aware that it's turned, then you tilt it too far back and it goes upside down. You're like, hold. And that's it. They haven't improved it since then. There's been not a lot of new tech coming, no slide-out keyboards, no antennae. They moved the headphone jack around a little bit. We had to live through that saga. They were like, it's on the top, it's on the bottom, it's back on top. Then we went, we don't really care where it is. And they went, well, then you don't get it anymore. We took it away. Everything comes out of one hole in the bottom now, like a bird.
I called my dad up and I asked him for the Hulu password, and he goes, no. Not over the phone. Not the Hulu password? Not the Hulu password. No, you never know who's listening. You think a hacker wants to watch Shrek with commercials that badly that they're hacking your phone conversations? I don't know how much spy equipment costs. I'm pretty sure it's more than $5.99 a month. No hacker wants to listen to my parents' phone conversation. No one's that concerned about how the cats are doing that they're hacking my parents' phone. They're just, why are we on speaker? But that's how old men are. Old men are very protective of their information. My father-in-law won't give me his Wi-Fi password. My father-in-law. It was easier to marry this man's daughter than to get the Wi-Fi password. To this day, if my computer forgets the network, he will pull my computer aside, turn his shoulder, and type it in one by one. If he can find his little book. That's the old guy security system. Tiny book, tiny writing, that book, always lost. Tiny book, tiny writing, open the front door, just chuck it inside. No one's getting this password, not even me.
This annoyed me. I was on the phone with somebody today trying to get a phone number from that person and write it down, but they didn't have phone number rhythm, and that pissed me off. You know, talking about phone number rhythm, especially if there's like an area code involved, like 212, bum bum ba, bum ba, bum ba. That is the rhythm I think we're all familiar with. This guy had no clue. I was like, okay, Hank, give me the number. He's like, all right, it's 2129. $15, $8, $11, $6, $4, $2, $5, $7, $2. Did you throw in your zip code? Because I got a lot of extra numbers over here. I have extra. I can almost start a new number. What do you got? Start again from the top. They really screw you up on the last 4 numbers. That's where they get you. 555 6 Team 41. Dude, I already wrote the 6. I made the dash too close. I can't shimmy the 1 in there now. Forget you. You know what else annoys me? People leaving slow-ass, boring messages on my machine. Unbelievable. Yeah, you come home late at night, you gotta go to the bathroom, you're like, oh, look at this, I got a message. Oh, this could be important, I better check it out now. Boop. Hey. Kevin, how's it going, man? It's Tim Duffy from work. What's going on, man? Anyways, give me a call back if you get a chance. I will be, well, you know what? If you call at 9:15, I should be back. Actually, anything after 9:18, I'll be home. Give me a call. I'm at 631-775. This is great. Now I got to play the whole Tim Duffy message again. From the top to try to get the number at 100 miles an hour. That's fun when you're hunched over your machine with like an index card and a little pen. I got nothing on that pass. I got absolutely nothing. I got nothing. I got a 6, 4 blanks, a 4, and then I'm out. I'm out again. I don't know what to do. I got a freaking G. I got a G. Timmy gave me a G.
I got an email from my doctor's office telling me my doctor is becoming something called a concierge doctor, meaning there's a $2,300 annual fee just to see her, and I still have to pay for all the appointments. Email said it's a great program. You get a special phone number where you can text your doctor 24 hours a day. A special phone number? You mean the doctor's phone number? I can text her 24 hours a day? Okay. Dear doctor, sorry to bother you at 4 a.m. on your burner phone. But I have a really important question. Can I take a 3rd Advil? I implore you to write back before 5. My head is pounding. It's hard finding a good doctor. Hardest doctor to find is a therapist. One of my insurance company's website looking for a therapist. They had a list of therapists who take the insurance and you can sort them by distance. Seemed like a weird way to find a therapist. That's the way I find a dry cleaner. Can't imagine that someone's like, I'm really depressed, but if you make me walk more than 2 minutes for excellent care, I'll be really, really depressed. Can you imagine ending up at that therapist you found sorting by distance? I'd be at that first appointment. Todd, I gotta ask you, how did you find me? Oh, your office is in my building. I live directly upstairs. I woke up 11 seconds ago. Thought you looked familiar, Todd. Probably seen you in the hallway. I was also in Pootie Tang. Yeah, that was it. I've never seen you in the hallway. It was your small but pivotal role in Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang. That's a weird word to mispronounce. Hey, you said Pootie Tang wrong. Okay. I think you got the joke. Therapists have websites now. I saw a therapist's website and a link to his Twitter page. It's like, oh, do you have tour dates and merch also? I clicked on this guy's Twitter page. I saw he followed a bunch of comedians. I was like, ooh, not going to this guy. I don't want a comedy nerd as my therapist. I'll be at the appointment crying my eyes out. Doc, I feel awful. What should I do? Well, Todd, you thought of doing something nice for someone else? Maybe that'll make you feel better. Like what? I don't know. Why don't you hook me up with Bill Burr tickets? I don't know if that's going to help, Doc. Didn't help when I gave you Patton Oswalt's email address. And you got to stop writing to him. He's not going to read that script.
So we had guinea pigs growing up, and we kept them in our garage, and in the hot Ohio summers, they absolutely died in there. And my sister reminded me, we named one of the pigs Brownie, which in retrospect is extra sad. She was out there straight bacon at 375. And my mom felt awful, okay? So she let us give him a proper burial in the backyard. And me and my sisters took those hard-bodied pigs, not like ripped, but like rigor mortis hard, and we buried him in the easiest place to dig. We put him right in the sandbox. And then a couple of neighborhood dogs came along, snarfed him right up. It was a tragedy all around. And I really feel like it could have been avoided if we just had a dad. I don't know what dads do, but I assume it's regulate the garage temp. They're always in there, tinkering around, planning their escape. No, my dad didn't escape as much as he was asked to leave. Escorted off the premises. Some of you know this about my dad. When I was little, he moved down to Orlando, Florida to become an actor, which is not where you go. He did land a few gigs. He was an extra in the television series of Swamp Thing. He was a truck driver in that, and that's it. And they took things into his own hands, started his own business, and now he's in the sign spinning biz. He calls it live roadside commercials or character directionals. He likes to devise a character and then present it to the cars. He's a leprechaun in front of this Irish pub called the Kerryman, for example, and the rest of his characters are available on his website. So we grew up, around a lot of costumes, like thrifting and going to Ray's Circus of Value and stuff. For example, like he loves a morph suit. You know what those are? It's like what Olympic speed skaters wear, but there's like no hole cut for your face. So you're just like in a single Lycra suit, just one color, head to toe, no skin showing. He wears an orange one in front of the Orange Julius. It doesn't rain that often in Orlando, and he called me one time after a shift. He said there was a sudden downpour and I almost waterboarded myself. I was like, I couldn't breathe, it was stuck to my face, my fingers are covered, the zipper's on the back of my head, I nearly died. was like, I had to get into the car. I was so embarrassed. I was like, it's only embarrassing when it's wet? Or
I'll just get this out of the way. I am aware of my accent as well. I don't need you guys just staring at me, being like, where's it come from? Because that happens every show I do. The first 5 minutes, they won't let me be a person with thoughts. It's just a guessing game. They're like, is it Texas? No. Mississippi? I'm like, don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. I just tell them, Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee. Every time I'm like, oh, you like a redneck? I'm like, absolutely not. It's highly offensive what you just said. Then they're like, you like a hillbilly? I relate. But if you meet an actual hillbilly, you have made a terrible mistake. You need to get off their property. They don't like that. That's like their only rule. Get! Oh, he said get with an I. Go. I get it. They also want to know, too, like, especially people that have never been to the South, fascinated, like, what's the South really like? What's it really like? I'm like, well, it's probably like 8 or 10 of the coolest cities, full of the coolest people, very just unique and just a meld of different human beings and cultures. It's amazing, and the rest of it is exactly what you've heard. But more intense than you can imagine. And then they're always like, well, what's the worst part of the South? I'm like, Alabama, before you finish that question. You guys know, all right. And they're always, every time though, they're always like, well, what about Mississippi? I'm like, that's not their fault. Historically, the worst education system in our country since the start. They don't know any better. In Alabama, they know better. They just don't give a shit. That got applause in Birmingham. It's not what I was going for. I was trying to shame them. And they were like, that's us. Yeah. Roll Tide. I know how the accent sounds. I'm aware. It sounds dumb. I get it. It's a scam. We're all running. People think we're way dumber than we actually are. It's the opposite of the British accent. Think about it. Yeah, they sound smart. But if you listen, you're like, oh, you're dumb as hell. I get it. There's certain words I shouldn't say. Makes people uncomfortable. Like, my wife is Jewish. Just saying that, people are like, hey, easy. Careful. I'm like, what? I married a Jew. People are like, I know you can't say that. Like, you can't say that. We just had a baby. I made a Jew. People are like, I gotta get out of here. He's trying to get people fired. Don't go there. I did. I made a Jew, you guys. You can applaud. That's cool. It would have been weird if you kind of applauded and then didn't. You guys came through. I didn't know growing up I could make a Jew. I didn't know. But I can, and I did. Pretty cool. What happened was my wife is Jewish, and her vagina also Jewish. And the baby came out of there, Jew. It's science. And religion, I think. I don't understand. It's confusing. I don't ask a lot of questions. But he's got blonde hair and blue eyes. I Nazi-proof that son of a bitch. You can laugh out loud. That's a good thing I did. You guys can enjoy yourself here at the comedy show. Feel free. That joke 3 or 4 years ago was just historically funny, and then it got relevant again. I'm just saying, I did not see them making a comeback. I didn't. Fascinating. 3 or 4 years ago, people laughed and like, "Oh, it's funny." Now people laugh and like, "Oh, it's good you did that." I get this question a lot because I sound like I do and then I say the stuff I do. How'd you get that way? It's confusing. You sound, like you sound, but the stuff you say is not from where you're from. Like, I had to evaluate it, and it's like, I think it's because my parents are pretty cool people. Like, my dad's a football coach and teacher. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I called him before he retired like a couple years ago. I was like, "Hey man, what do you do during the day?" He's like, "You need to mind your own business is what you need to do." Yes, sir, coach. My mom's an English teacher and a maniac. That's what she does. Sure, her name is Storm. Yeah, that's weird, right? I was in my 20s before I was like, that is weird. Because when you're little, you're just like, I guess everyone's mom's named after an American gladiator. That's how it is. That's Steven's mom, Laser. I lived in Seattle for a while, and they came to visit my parents. And there's a WNBA team there named the Seattle Storm. And I was like, is there anything you guys want to do while you're here? Like anything special? And my mom was like, I want to go see that Seattle Storm play. And I was like, why? She's like, because their name's I Hate You So Much. Smart ass. I was like, professional smart ass. I had no interest in going in the game, and my dad was like, I like fundamental basketball. You gotta listen to him, he's kind of mean. So I got them tickets, they went to the game, they came back. My dad walked past me like nothing happened. I was like, hey mom, what's going on? How was the game? It was great, I think I might be homophobic. What happened at the game? She's like, well, they were great seats. Thank you so much. We're down close, and action started happening. We were having fun, and then there was like a timeout, and then there were a lot of lesbians there. I was like, you don't have to whisper that word. That's their preferred word. She said, okay. Well, there are a lot of, I can't not whisper it. I don't know why. I was like, okay, there are a lot of lesbians there, Mom. Yeah. And she was like, yeah. And then when there's the timeout, they'd all start making out and like their tongues going everywhere. I was like, oh, I don't like this. I was like, huh. Well, if there had been a bunch of straight couples there making out during the timeout, would that have bothered you? Yes. Stop making me see your tongue in public. I don't like that. I'm like, oh, Mom, you don't like public displays of affection, PDA. You're not homophobic. And she was like, oh, thank God. It's in there. I didn't like it, but it was in there, you know? And that was the moment where I was like, oh, this is how I am the way I am. Because my neurotic mother, my whole life, has been like, have you worried about something that doesn't exist and can't happen yet? She go worry about that.
And so I was in Burlington, Vermont, drunk. Because what else are you going to do in Burlington? Just watch white people be happy? Guys, if you've never been to Burlington, fun town. Founded in 1990 when a fish concert collided with a zipline convention. It's just a little town of like-minded Teva sandals in the middle of a forest with a massive methamphetamine problem. Definitely go in the fall when they harvest the blueberry marshmallow vape. It's delicious. So I was there, 2 a.m, drunk in a snowstorm, and I saw a piece of art in a window that stopped me dead in my tracks. It was a photograph of a dog in an old-timey saloon playing the piano with a little handkerchief around his neck like he was some little bandito that just happened to ride into what I'm assuming is an all-dog Wild West town, probably on the back of a larger version of himself, then saw the bar, hopped off the dog, kicked open the doors, hopped in, had a shot of firewater, saw the piano, hopped up to tickle the old ivories, and the only newspaper dog in town was there at the perfect moment to snap a perfect photo. It's a goddamn piece of art. And I was like, my daughter needs this. So I went to bed, woke up the next morning, found the store. What the store is, turns out, it's a place where you can get dressed up in old-timey Wild West gear and get your picture taken in an old-timey saloon, which makes no sense for Burlington, Vermont. Like it's not in the Wild West, guys. It would make more sense if you could get dressed up as Bernie Sanders and eat some Ben & Jerry's, but whatever. That guy had a dream. He made a weird store, all right? So I go in, and I say, I love this photograph, this dog playing the piano. And the guy there, he's like, I took that photo. And I'm like, you're an artist. And he's like, do you want to know something about that? And I'm like, I do. He said, that dog wasn't actually playing the piano. It's worth so much more to me now that he thought I was just walking by and saw the photo and was like, he has photographic proof of dogs playing the piano. I gotta show this to the scientists, man. So I was like, that's amazing. I would love to buy it for my daughter. He gets very serious. He's like, oh, this photo's not for sale. This was a client. I took this photograph of a client's dog. Also, it's an heirloom frame from my wife's family. I could never part with it. And then in my head, I was like, oh no, if I don't get this for my daughter, I'm a bad dad, aren't I? And then I was like, maybe I should offer him more than I think it's worth. But the thing is, I don't know what things are worth. And I was like, should I offer him $100? Like, is this worth like a third of a gas pump? I don't know. And so then I panicked and I was just like, I'll give you $100. And he just went, are you kidding me? And I realized I had far overvalued the piano playing dog photo market in Burlington, Vermont. And he immediately sold it to me, heirloom frame and all. And I realized that at that time, I had become the bad guy in every 80s movie ever. Just like walking into a small town with my bag LA money, like, oh, is it not for sale, old man? Well, now it is. But now I'm telling this story to you because I want, if you're ever in Burlington, Vermont, I want you to find that store. I want you to go in there. I want you to offer that man $100 for any dog playing piano photographs he might have. Because what I want to do is I want to artificially inflate the market for dog playing piano photography in the small economy that is Burlington, Vermont, till it's no longer known for like hippies and hacky sacks, but mostly anthropomorphic dog photography. Because we can do that because that's how capitalism works.
I could pinpoint the moment that I realized I loved the dog a little bit more. My dog sleeps in between my wife and I, on her back, head level, sprawled out, comfortable, and she snores like a dying old alcoholic man. Like, it's like zombie sleep apnea. I've never heard noises like this. She's like, whoa, eyes are open, like paws are going. I love it. I can't get enough. I'm laying on my pillow like, I gotta get this dog a TikTok. This is amazing. And then my wife rolled over and made one little noise. She was just like, and I'm just staring at her furious. Like if she doesn't shut the hell up, I'm gonna ball up every dirty sock, cram it in her mouth. It's gonna wake the dog up. I like put my beats on the dog, playing tranquil music. Like, you guys have those like obnoxiously named overpriced doggy daycare places around here? Those dumb names. Do you guys have any? Yell them out. What's the names of the places? Dogtopia. I was in Boulder, Colorado. They had one called Bonjour. And it's like, I bring my dog to a place, $50 to bring her to hang out for the day. And then they text me like to guilt me into buying add-ons for her. They sent me a picture of her. She's all sad. The other dogs are in the back like f***ing and drinking and smoking cigarettes. My dog. Dog's doing a keg stand. They text me, for $15, you could get your dog a compassionate CBD paw rub. I'm like, can you just make sure she doesn't eat? That's like really all we want. She doesn't need 12 minutes in the heated pool with a snuffle pad. Just please keep her out of traffic. That's all we want.
And if you get to the point in your life when you wake up one morning and think, you know, I need a chimp. You're doing too much. Chimpanzees are horrible animals. If you've ever read a newspaper story about someone who's been attacked by a chimpanzee, the wounds are always horrific. And they're always the same. Because chimpanzees are born with this thing called an attack protocol. Chimpanzees are born knowing how to kill you. The first thing a chimpanzee does when it attacks you, and I'm going to tell you. I want you to know. They say that when a bear attacks you, you're supposed to make yourself look as physically imposing as you possibly can and speak very soothingly. The trial and error that went into figuring that out is written in the blood of campers. Bear! Mersey notes and dozy notes and little emsy timey. Don't sing pop songs from the 30s. Next! But bears are so stupid. Bears think we all walk around with shit in our pants. Because everyone they've ever caught well, we're 12 for 12, you tell me. Let's just eat the top half and go find some garbage. Should we tell them we speak English? Why? So we can talk about the shit in their pants? Here's your head.
Been reading a lot of children's books. I don't know the last time you've read the Curious George books. Very disturbing. Let me remind you, right? So there's a man in a yellow hat, right? And he steals this monkey from Africa. Where in Africa? Oh, just Africa. You know, Africa City, Africa, all right? And steals this monkey, brings it back to America. To put in a zoo or a sanctuary? No, to live with in his apartment. Where the monkey goes on a bunch of adventures / attempts to escape his captor. And this man has the audacity to call this monkey curious. Yes, I would have some questions as well. Who are you? Where am I? Why do I understand English for no reason? And you knew something was wrong with this guy because his name was the man in the yellow hat. That is not a real name. That is the description of a suspect. Police interviewing Curious George's mother. Can you describe the man that kidnapped your son? All I remember was that he was a man wearing a yellow hat. Well, you didn't specify his race, so we know he's white. And a yellow hat. Well, no way he's gonna wear the exact same thing for every book of this series. But the thing is, it wasn't just a yellow hat, man. It was yellow pants, yellow shirt, yellow tie, pointy yellow hat. You see what I'm saying? This sick was dressed like a banana. He was kidnapping monkeys while dressed like a banana. He was the John Wayne Gacy of monkey trafficking. Number 1 threat to monkeys, man in the yellow hat. Number 2 threat, of course, monkeys jumping on the bed. Because one fell down and he broke his head. And apparently none of the other monkeys learned that lesson. And they kept jumping on the bed. And the corpses of monkeys went all the way to the ceiling, and it was absolutely horrific. Man, I need more adult friends, man. Shit.
Like your headphones, like that be depressing, yo. Cause I still got the headphones, like with the wires, that's pressure. You gotta untangle it in a room full of Bluetooths. You headlining that show. You the headliner. And everybody just watch you going through it too. As you untangle it, it just look like you knitting a sweater. Just... Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm crocheting right now. You're like, do you need help? You're like, get the away from me. Nah, I just want to know if you have apple care. I don't even like apples. No, I don't have apple care. I don't like that. Just... Right, I don't know, man. I just recently, like when you, how should I put it? Like, when you when you separate, you realize you realize really your flaws, yo. Like, I gotta do my own shopping now. Like, that's... Cause she was the one who normally remembered to bring the bags, right? So now that's on me now. Hey, home, but we gotta get the bags. Oh, okay, my bad. All right, let's get the bags. All right. Now I gotta like go shopping like by myself. Like this adult is crazy. This is wild, yo. You don't just be shopping like, yo, this is wild. This is. You end your whole day. What you doing? Like, bro, I just went shopping. I'm done for the count. I can't. I'm sorry. What happened? I just went shopping. It is a wrap for me for today. Call out of work. What happened? I just went shopping. I need some time to myself right now. I gotta meditate. Cause you don't know what you're going through. Right? You gotta have like a favorite bag too. You realize that? Like a go-to bag. Gotta have a favorite bag. Like my favorite bag is the blue IKEA bag. It's my favorite bag, yo, right? Strong, right? Durable, right? The straps never break. And you could literally like put anything in it, right? Like during the hurricane, I just saw a brother just kayaking the blue IKEA bag. He put the straps up like this. That was like, he was like staring at it. I'm like, damn. And I'm looking at him like, damn, he going well against the current. That is beautiful to see. Beauty, art. It's good for him. You know what the crazy thing is, yo? I've never been to IKEA. I don't know how I got that bag. How did I get it? How did this bag become a part of the Robinson household? I never went there. I don't know how it looks. I heard good things about it. I've never been there. It's just, how? How did it get here? That's like when you chilling, then you just like see like a beauty mark on your body. Like, where did you come from? I never noticed you. You wasn't here when I first started, but.
I'll take it somewhere a little bit lighter right now. Any cat owners in the room? Do we have any cat owners? Yeah, give it up for cat. Here's the thing. I recently became a cat dad, guys. I am a proud cat dad. And like, I never liked cats. My whole life, I never liked cats. I was always a dog person. Grew up with pet dogs. Thought I'd always be a dog person. But a stray cat showed up in my backyard one day, and I was like, whatever, fine, I'll take care of you. And I love the cat so much. I mean, she has taught me so much about the world. But if I was to say the main lesson my cat has taught me, it's just how good it is to be hot. Because she's like a really cute cat. When I saw her in my backyard, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start giving her free stuff. I'm going to start... Who knows? Maybe if I give her enough free stuff, she might even let me start touching her. I don't know. Meanwhile, there's all these possums and raccoons in my backyard. I'm on the phone with animal control like, hey, can you guys come kill these ugly animals in my backyard? They're trying to get into the free stuff I'm giving my cat for doing literally nothing different other than being more attractive than them. And I want them dead. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. If you yourself are not a hot person, never ask a hot person for dating advice. They do not understand what us regular people are dealing with. I remember once a really hot friend of mine said to me, if you like a girl, just stare at her. I tried it. I was asked to leave the bar.
Living in Philadelphia means I have mice in my home. It comes with the deed. And on the lease, it's my wife and I and 17 mice. You're going to roll your eyes at this, but my wife and I were animal lovers. So we don't have the traps that kill the mice. Thank you. But we have the traps that trap the mice, and then you drive them 7.5 miles away because apparently someone drove them 7 and they came back. One of the most degrading trial and error situations, I would imagine. So you rehome them. You rehome the mice. That's what you do. And it's weird. I've been working my entire life to become a professional stand-up comedian, and now it turns out I'm just an Uber for varmints. That's what I put on my taxes. Uber for varmints. I have 20,000 dependents spread throughout the city. They say it's the humane thing to do, though, not to kill them. What they don't tell you is how weird you look when you drive into a random neighborhood, get out of your car, and then just release mice into it. Be free! I did the other day while a school was getting out, and this little girl turns to her dad, and she goes, "Oh my God, Daddy, is that a wizard?" Because no, he's more of a male witch if you get to know him, actually. That's more of his vibe.
Yeah, but we're doing good. We just got a cat, so I'm always bleeding. And I wanted a dog, but then my girlfriend was like, well, then it wouldn't go to the bathroom where we breathe. And that was a good point. So we got a cat. And my girlfriend is horribly allergic to cats. But she always wanted one, so we got a hypoallergenic cat. Which, if you don't know, they are super expensive. So she doesn't know this, but it's actually just a regular cat that I shave every night. She's like, hey, what are you doing in there? And I'm like, nothing. I work from home and have a cat. It's impossible to get anything done. People are like, working from home is just like working at the office. Really? At what office does your boss stick their hands under the doorway like this? How many coworkers have puked on your desk and left? a lot. I don't know if you guys know this, but a cat's purr actually helps lower your blood pressure, which is pretty convenient because everything else they do shoots it into the stratosphere. Which, by the way, not fair humans. We can never do stuff like that, you know? Like, someone can't come up to me like, you scratched my car, and I'm like, and then I just go between their legs. Okay? Yeah. But I love my cat. I love her a lot. I spoil her. I bought a lot of cat toys. You guys know cat toys. The little things that are the same size as the space underneath all of your furniture. Every cat toy I bought is now under something. If there's so many things with bells under my stuff, if there's ever an earthquake, you're gonna think Santa's here. It's great. Like, if I want to play with my cat, I gotta find it. I grab a toy, I throw it to my cat. She hits it under something. She looks at me like, "You get it." I'll get it. I'll throw it to her. She does it again. I'm playing fetch. I'm my cat's dog. So, we just got a second cat, and we did. We got a hairless cat. Yeah, that's always the reaction. No one can pretend. No one can pretend to like your hairless cat. Everyone is bad at it. I went to show my best friend a picture of my hairless cat. I know he tried to say aw. All he could get out was, ho! Gee. You should give him your leather jacket. I love my hairless cat. Hairless cats, if you don't know, they're the most social breed of cat there is, and that's because they have to be. When you look like that, you need a strong personality. He's great, though. I love him. He's like having a little version of the old men at the Y. Yeah, I get him a little towel so he always looks like he just got out of the shower. He's like, "Oh, you're home early. Okay. I thought I had more time." My next door neighbor, he's afraid of cats, regular ones. And then we got this thing. And recently, I came home at the same time as my neighbor. I opened my front door, and my hairless cat sprints down the hallway and down towards my neighbor. And you know those scary movies where the guy can't get his key in the lock? He just looked back. He was like, "Oh, my God! Why is it inside out?" Yeah. I like having cats, though. Dog people, by round of applause. Who's got dogs in here? Oh, look at that. Look at the dog people. Great, cool, nice, good for you, you know. I will say, you have it easier with the vet, and I know you don't think so, but your dog's been outside before. And they've been in a car. Like, by the time a dog ever gets to the vet, they're like, "Ha, that was really good. I did not see this coming." You got me. You can trick a dog. But my cats, they know immediately. I gotta look at them and go, "Get in the bag." Please get in the bag. By the way, my girlfriend got the Taylor Swift cat backpack, so yeah, guess who gets to wear that? Every vet appointment, I look like the new member of a K-pop band. I'm just like, "Hi," you know, like that's. It's stressful going to the vet. Why do they make us go in with our pet? Why am I doing that? I don't have a job in there. All you're doing is hurting my relationship with my cats. Because they just stare at me the entire time you're stabbing them. Like, they're like, "Are you going to just sit there?" Like, it's not fun. They should, for an additional charge, I should be allowed to stay in the waiting room, and at the end of the visit, I get to rescue my animal. You know? Right? Like a little light comes on, and I just kick the door down. I'm like, "Put the cats in the bag." That would make the next part easier when you give me the medicine that I got to give them. My best friend, you got to traumatize them twice a day? That's horrible. I'll be sitting with my cat, I'll be watching TV, and then my alarm goes off, and I got to grab him by the back of the neck and shoot a syringe down his throat. And then I just go back to watching TV. And then he looks at me like, "What the hell was that?" And then when he feels better, he doesn't know it's because of what I did. He just thinks that's a weird, separate thing that I wanted to do. He's like, "Hey, I feel better, but what was with you yesterday? We gotta get you a hobby."
I don't really have a body built for sport. It's built more for pastry. That's why all my dogs are named after Italian pasta dishes and desserts. That's what makes sense for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all my dogs. Gatto, Pups, and Friends, my rescue. I got so many dogs, you know? It wouldn't make sense if my dogs were named any other way. Like, if my dogs were named after exercise routines, it's off-brand. I can't be like, yeah, these are my dogs. Push-ups, sit-ups, treadmill. No. I got cannoli, biscotti, spumoni, tartufo, tiramisu. Yeah. Linguine, ravioli, the brother and sister fettuccine alfredo. Cupcake, broccoli rabe. I got them all. And I got 2 kids. What the f*** are their names? But with the dogs, it's not bad, you know, because they're all old, like, senior dogs, and they're all, like, falling apart. I had this one dog, Mishkeen, okay, 14 years old, 5 pounds, 0 teeth. The tongue just hung out of the mouth. One of those numbers. Blind as shit. Used to walk off everything. Chairs, stairs, beds. Whoop. It was like a stunt dog. He was the Tom Cruise of Bajan Frisés. I'm outside the house. I have an in-the-ground pool. One day, here comes Mishkeen. Whoop, splash into the water. And I'm thinking what we're all thinking. It'll swim. It's a dog. They have a swim named specifically for them, the doggy paddle, right? All dogs know how to swim like all chickens know how to dance. Mishkeen hits the water, starts doing this half-assed, one-armed. Starts spinning in a circle and sinking into the abyss. Down to the bottom, I jump in fully clothed. I can't have this dog die on my watch. I'm the dog father. Pick him up, hold him high, like he's Simba from The Lion King. I'm drying him off. I'm looking at his blind little peepers. And that's when I realize what's happened here is I have foiled a suicide attempt. He's looking at me like, why, Joseph? 14 years, bro. Come on, what more could you want from me? Yeah, love my dogs. They're fun.
It was so much easier to make friends when you're a kid, right? I remember when I was 6, Craig moved in next door. He was 6. We were both just like, oh, age and proximity. That's all we need. Best friends for life. Some guy my age moves in next door to me now. I'm like, if this guy talks to me, I will be furious. It's so easy to hang out when you're a kid. You just invite him over to play. You don't even have to be specific. He always comes over, we always have a great time, and we're always mad to be called for dinner. Do you remember liking life that much? That you're annoyed about dinner? Always asking to be excused, please, can I go back to my life? How much eating do we have to do in this house? Kids hate meals and bedtime. That's all I have now. Right? I call those the big 2. And if I ever do hang out with another male friend now, it's never playful anymore. It's always like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. You want to get together and eat? We could like talk and eat. Best case scenario, there's a big game on TV. We don't even have to speak. We can just watch other men playing. They're playing well. I love that. Don't you love it when our favorite men play well? They always play better when they play together, huh? That play was unbelievable. Let's touch hands. That was so nice. Maybe after this we could play. Yeah, no, you're right. We ate a lot. Sleep would be incredible. You're always right. You're my best friend. I'll see you again in 2 years. Sometimes I don't think we give kids enough credit for how traumatic grade school is. Remember 6th grade, phys ed, run a 7-minute mile in street clothes? And then just straight to math. Shouldn't have worn hiking boots today. Smells like a locker room in here. You kids ready to learn about parabolas? My heart rate is parabolic. Recess is right after lunch because that's how digestion works. Yeah. Yeah, now that you've had spaghetti with milk. Seems like a good time to go run around in a parking lot. They all puked again. Good thing we have our one janitor. I think if I'd live one day on a grade school schedule, it would be the worst day of my adult life. Starting the day at 6 a.m., standing on a street corner in the rain, waiting on a bus with no seatbelts or schedule. Jostles you to homeroom. That's your coffee, is the jostle. Homeroom, you're not allowed to speak, no phones, no music, no gum. Do I have any human rights? No speaking. Now pledge your loyalty to your country. Go on, pledge how much you love America. I'm 7. And admit that there's a God. Admit that there's one God. Go ahead. My parents are agnostic. Well, I won't tell them. Go ahead. Admit that there's one God, and you can say it quiet. All right, you're free to go to first period U.S. history as taught by the JV football coach. Enjoy his unique perspective. A lot of hot takes on the Constitution. A lot of gun stuff in the pop quiz. Old Coach Hines. Coach Hines, he would time you for getting water. Kids stand in line and he would go 1, 2, 3, time. That's all the water you get as a child. Is a fast 3 seconds. I think kids are going through school dehydrated. If he liked you, he'd go 1, 2, 3, and time. That's if he liked you.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I made it through the summer without getting poison ivy, and I know that's a big deal for me. I don't know what that plant looks like. Like their hints are not very good. Like, leaves of 3, let it be. Oh, thanks for the poem, but it didn't work. This thing has the word poison in it. Is that how we're handling poisons now? Rhymes. When it comes to nerve gas, say, I pass. It's not. I've been out there in the forest and those leaves bunch up. I can't count them. I don't know if that's 9 leaves of 3 or 1 leaf of 27. So what I decided is no more nature. No more nature. Here's my poem. If it's a plant, I can't. In any event, stay on the cement. That's how I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna start treating vegetation like I treat snakes, all bad. But Greg, it's a garter snake. Well, it looks like a snake. Like, I don't know what the word garter means, but if I see a garter mountain lion, I'm leaving. Greg, it's harmless. It's not harmless. It already made me drop my Starbucks. It has done harm. Harm was done. Venti harm was done. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't know poison ivy. I'm trying to learn, though. I learned this. They use it for medicinal purposes. They use an extract of poison ivy to treat joint pain. That sounds like something my dad would come up with. Like, Dad, I itch all over. Yeah, you do, but you're not thinking about your knee anymore, are you? There's a snake rhyme. You guys know about this? There's these two snakes. They look the same. They have the same colors, but they're arranged differently, and one of them is venomous. So to tell them apart, they have this rhyme. Red touches black, friend of Jack. Red touches yellow, kills a fellow. Kills a fellow? Fellows aren't supposed to be killed. Fellows are in like barber shop quartets. It's for he's a jolly good fellow, not he got murdered by a snake. Here's a better snake rhyme. No snakes. If you're out there in the woods and you see a snake, don't stand still and recite poetry, because somewhere between kills a fellow and friend of Jack, you're going to get what snake experts call bit. It's not... Snakes are horrible. They're terrible. Did you know this? If you cut a snake's head off, it can still bite you for up to 4 hours. That is true. And it's the same for clowns. Like, no, listen. No, if you see a clown head rolling around, you stay away. Like you get, like you don't. It might be a garter clown, but there's no rhyme. It's not like if his nose is red, you're dead. It's not. I don't know poison ivy. I don't know trees. That's embarrassing. Our house is the one with the big maple in the front yard. You can't miss it. I can miss it. I'm gonna miss it. Here's the trees I know. Christmas. That's it. That's the only one. And that one's gotta have lights on it for me to get it. Just give me your address. That would be a better system. That's why they have that system. Like, don't tell me about architecture. That's not going to help either. It's the colonial house. Well, it better have a guy with a triangle hat and a musket marching back and forth. It's the stucco house. Stucco? What is stucco? Sounds like a clown that can't get out of stuff. You're like, oh no, don't go in there, stucco. You're too big. You're not gonna fit, stucco. You wear size 76 shoes, stucco.
I want to talk about these bags. And this is one of those reusable shopping bags. And this one just happens to be made out of plastinium, you know? Just a coincidence. But where I'm from in Boulder, they want you to use these bags. And if you use one of these plastic shopping bags, they charge you $0.10 per bag. Tax, I know. And it always gets really quiet during this part of the show. Everybody's like, dude, just pay the damn dime, you know? And honestly, it would not be the first time I bought a dime bag in Boulder, but it makes me mad. Because I feel like I'm doing my part. Like I say, I'm a vegetarian, I ride the bus, and I don't care if you eat me. You could tackle a cow right in front of me and start gnawing on it. I'd be like, hey, I think that's your right, go ahead, you know? And if the cow started winning, I would jump down there and start fighting the cow with you. But it makes me mad. Like I say, 10 cents a bag, right? But here's what I found, and that is that these much smaller produce bags are free, you know? So I started bagging my groceries in these, and then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna need some help to the bus stop, because I have 83 of these. You could send a bag boy, and that didn't sound right. So then I was like, bag person, and that sounded even weirder. So I was like, if you could just send your lowest paid employee, that would be great. So here's the other thing, though, you know, like I go through the self-checkout, and it prompts you, and it says, how many bags would you like to purchase? So one day I was feeling my oats, and I'm like, hey, I hit 200 and hit send, you know? So the manager comes out, and he goes, sir, you didn't mean to purchase 200 bags, did you? And I threw down a 20 and I said, I sure did, man. And I made him count out 200 of these plastic bags. And then I was like, Oprah, you get a bag, you get a bag. So, oh, thanks, man. So the manager comes out and he goes, sir, you have to stop, you can't do that. And I said, you can't stop me, I bought these bags. This is America. I'm doing it. And it turns out they could stop me. There was a lawsuit, and I'm no longer allowed to shop for groceries in Boulder. So,
you know, when you're 14, that summer when you're 14, and you don't have a job. Dads just hate it. They hate it. He's up there sleeping, not working. Up there farting around playing his video games. Get a job. Get a job. He was like, you gotta get a job. I was like, how am I gonna get a job? I'm 14. I think it's illegal. He's like, you're gonna print off some resumes and then hand them out to businesses. I was like, resumes? What am I gonna put in the resume? Never had a job. I kid you not. He made me print off a big stack of resumes. All they said on it was, raked Judith Hoy's leaves. From October 1995 to October 1995. A banner career. And then he would just, on the way to work, he'd drop me off in different parts of Ottawa and just be like, there's some businesses there. And he'd give me bus fare to bus home. And it wasn't just like restaurants. He'd like go to an office tower and be like, go up there. I'm like, an office? I don't know what kind of Depression era economy you think this is. I remember, this is a true story, what I'm about to tell you. I remember this. He was like, oh, I'm gonna handle some businesses. And I remember I got in the elevator and I was like, I don't know, 6. Maybe the best businesses are on 6. And then the doors open and I got out and there was a secretary there and she's like, hello. And I was like, hi. And she's like, can I help you? And I was like, I'd like a job. She goes, okay. Where would you like a job? I'm like, here. She goes, here. I go, yes, here. She goes, you want a job here? I'm like, yes. I kid you not, she said this. She goes, but this is the unemployment office. I like randomly walked into the unemployment office, didn't read what it was, and was like, I'm a little boy, I've raked leaves. Give me a job.
Everybody remembers their first job as a kid, man. You know, maybe you sold Girl Scout cookies, maybe you mowed lawns, you babysat, whatever. I was about 12 years old when I got my first job. I was the account manager for my granny's Marlboro miles. Okay, real ones know, okay, yeah. So for everybody that was either too young to remember or maybe you just had a great childhood, let me set it up for you guys, okay? Marlboro used to have this program where if you smoked a ton of their cigarettes, they'd send you free shit. That's right. Free stuff for doing the thing you loved most, man. The world really was a better place. And they used a point system, okay? It was 5 points per pack of cigarettes. And all you had to do was save up a whole bunch of points, pick what you wanted from the Marlboro catalog, okay? Send in your points, and they would mail you your item in the longest 6 to 8 weeks of your life. Marlboro sunglasses, Marlboro jackets, Marlboro coolers, Marlboro tents, Marlboro dartboards. I mean, they had it all, man, okay? And every item they had the Marlboro logo plastered across it. Because this was really all about marketing, okay? Because before this, the only way to advertise that you smoke Marlboros is if you walked around with an oxygen tank. And every item they had probably cost them $2 to make, you know, if that. And it was made by a 6-year-old Vietnamese kid who was definitely also smoking Marlboro Reds. Man, when they dropped this program, my granny upped it from 2 packs a day to 4. She quit becoming an addict and became an investor. And she had her eyes set on the biggest prize in that catalog, the Marlboro bicycle. Because nothing screams a healthy lifestyle like chain smoking while riding a bike. And y'all, the bicycle was 16,000 points. Now let's do a little math here, okay? That equals 3,200 packs of cigarettes. And let's say in the late 90s, early 2000s, I'm just lowballing here. Let's say a pack of cigarettes was $2. That equals $6,400 in cash. You could buy a Chevy S10 for $6,400 in 1998. That's trailer trash math, okay? And to you or me, that doesn't make sense. But to my granny, that's a free bike. Oh my God, you guys. It was wild. Y'all, our monthly cigarette budget was more than the grocery budget. One month, it was either cigarettes or toilet paper. And guess who had to wipe their ass with coffee filters? Me. She took it serious, man. She did, y'all. One time, my uncle got drunk and tripped over my grandma's little chihuahua, went airborne, okay? Dropped a whole bowl of Wolf brand chili onto the coffee table. Ruined a fat stack of Marlboro Miles I just counted out. Y'all, my grandma lost her shit. I swear to God, I saw it in slow motion, you guys. She jumped up, she chokeslammed my uncle through the screen door into the backyard. It was wild, man. She went from 0 to full-blown Undertaker in 0.3 seconds.
I love it. And however you're raising your kids and how I'm raising my kid, it's so much gentler than we were raised in the 80s and 90s. You know what I mean? Like if I fell and skinned my knee, got a bloody knee in the 80s, the parent book move, like the compassionate move, was my parents would be like, "You're all right." And I'd be like, "Oh, wow." Thanks for invalidating my entire reality. I'm gonna like something weird sexually because of this. Pain is all right, you say? It begins! And now what we do, it's called gentle parenting. I'm not even making fun of it. I like it. If my daughter skins her knee, you just acknowledge it. You just tell her she's real. You just go, oh yeah, big feelings. You're having a hard time. You exist. You are a citizen of this earth. I see you. And the only way you could express yourself was to start a fire in Daddy's study. I see that. I'm not even making fun of it. I like it. I just wish my daughter knew how much better she has it than we had it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to tell her, but I want someone to tell her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sometimes fantasize like a portal could open up and like a ghost could come out, like a Charles Dickens, like a friendly ghost with a top hat. She could come out and whisk my daughter away and take her to a scene from my childhood so she could compare. You know what I mean? Like a Christmas Carol, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you an example. I was giving my daughter, Leela, her name is Leela, I was giving Leela a piggyback, and she's tall like her dad, so I'm feeling her on there. And then she let go with her legs, but she held on with her hands. And she got me on an exhale, so it was dire. She doesn't know how the human body works, so she's laughing, I'm tapping, trying to tap out. She doesn't know what the that means. She's not a Rogaine fan. We're raising her right, you know what I mean? So I had to break her grip. I broke her grip. She lands on her feet. I turn around and she's sad. And then, Portland, I apologized. And I meant it. I was like, oh, baby, you wanted to choke Daddy? I'm sorry I couldn't provide that experience for you today. And it's moments like that I wish the portal would open up and the ghost would come out and take my daughter's hand like, come, child. I'll take you to a moment in Peter's childhood when his father apologized to him. And they go in the portal and it's just perfect darkness and silence. My daughter's like, but Spirit, there's nothing here. And he's like, exactly. Yeah. Whenever I've wanted my dad to apologize to me for hurting my feelings, I always just end up apologizing to him for having hurt feelings. And that's not a big laugh line, but if you go home feeling a little bit less alone, that's also my job. You know what I mean? Sure. And then a portal opens and a ghost takes me to my dad's childhood. He's 6 years old, he already has 2 full-time jobs. He's eating a broken glass sandwich. I'm like, oh, sorry, sir. Yep. We all have our reasons, don't we? Love you, Pop. Love you. You know what I wasn't ready for as a dad? There's this weird phenomenon, how much more you love your kids than other people's kids. And I know, that's not a polite thing to say. But if we can't talk here, you know what I mean? Let's talk here. It's a real phenomenon. I love all children, but I love my baby girl so much more. You can't help it. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm not proud of this story. But I'm also not ashamed of it. You know what I mean? Like, we were at a birthday party. It was in a park. My daughter was 3 years old at the time, and there was a carousel. She had never seen a carousel in her life. She was transfixed. She lit up, and I went up to her and I said, baby, I promise we're gonna ride that carousel, you and me. Before the day is done, we're gonna ride the carousel together. She smiled. It warmed my heart. That's a sacred thing. That's a daddy-daughter promise. You don't mess around with that. A couple hours later, a friend of mine who knows I made that promise comes running up to me and goes, Pete, it's the last carousel ride of the day. So I scooped Leela up and I ran as fast as I could across the field towards the carousel. We got there just in time. We got in line. At that very moment, my friend Scott, that's his real name, that's an unnecessary betrayal. My friend Scott runs up to me. He's white as a ghost. He's out of breath. He goes, Pete, have you seen River? I can't find River. You couldn't find his kid. We were in line. It's a biological urge. They were letting people through the turnstile. I'm not proud. But this is a true story. I went like this. I went, oh no. River. What was she wearing? Blue overalls? And then I was whisked away by a wooden horse with a frozen face. As soon as the ride started, I regretted it. This is true. So when the ride was facing the park, I would keep an eye out so I wouldn't feel like a total piece of shit. So it was like this. It was like, River! You can't help from a horse. What would I do if I saw her? Stay put, baby! Help is coming, not from me. I'm engaged in whimsy. Yeah, they found her. That would be up if I was like, and she's gone. Yeah, she's gone. I really regret my decision. I should have lent a helping hand. She was barely gone one carousel ride. I want to care about everybody. There's just so many of us.